palms away and taking a nice long lift up. And then reaching the arms out and coming down. And then from here, let's reach up long through the right arm. And we'll just take a little lean to one side. And coming back into the center, and we'll switch. So big reach coming up and a lean. Lovely. And then just coming back into the center. We'll just take a few little circles going around with the shoulders. Good. And then let's just close the eyes for a moment. So just taking a moment now to come away from the screen and to really go back inside your physical body again. And beginning to allow all of the muscles of your face to soften. So softening the forehead, softening and letting go of all of the little muscles around the eyes and around the jaw. And then moving the awareness to the tops of the shoulders. Let the shoulders soften and drop down away from the ears. And then letting the arms be soft. And then just checking in with your hands and how you've chosen to place the hands. And however they are, just allowing them to be really soft and easy. And taking a moment now to really check in with how you're feeling energetically in this moment. And there is absolutely no right or wrong to this answer. So without any judgments at all, just noticing how is your energy feeling. You might feel full of energy and ready. You might feel tired from a busy day. And however that is, however that might be, just acknowledging that. And if there is any part of the body or any kind of energy that you have that isn't feeling particularly great, then just sending compassion and love to yourself. And knowing that throughout this session today, there is absolutely nothing you need to achieve. And just to be here is absolutely enough. And taking in a nice deep breath in through the nose. And taking a long, slow breath out. And just repeating that 2 more times. So a deep breath in. And the slowest breath out that you can make. And then slowly, slowly, in your own timing, blinking open the eyes. Okay, so welcome to this month's Women's Circle, and we're going to be looking at the topic and the theme of prana. So I don't know if you'd noticed, for me, like on my social media, it's all over the place, but today's 1st of May, and it's also a special day in the Celtic tradition known as Beltane. So Beltane is said to mark kind of the the merging or the halfway point from the spring equinox to the summer equinox. And for some people, they say it's like the first day of summer. Some people say it's like the celebration of that spring slowly moving into summer. So for Beltane, there's many different things that are done to celebrate it, including like big fires, bonfires, and collecting of different flowers, and so on. And actually, one of the really interesting things, which I didn't know, was the hawthorn tree is like a really famous tree for Beltane. And I actually live in Hawthorne Road, and like the whole road is full of hawthorn trees. And so with Beltane and the hawthorn tree, it symbolizes the gods and the goddesses coming together and creating a time of great fertility and abundance and flow. So this time of the year, with the seasons changing, is a really, really good time to kind of think about your energy and what you would like to be truly focusing your energy on at this time to go with the flows. So as women, you know, we really, really don't work in that kind of linear fashion that we go, you know, up and down and round all the time, depending on our hormones and different cycles and being connected with the moon and so on. So so this is a great time to be setting those intentions. So that's kind of like the Celtic tradition, but moving into the yogic tradition and the yogic philosophy of prana, of energy in itself, that in the yogic philosophy, it's said that everything that we see with our eyes and everything that we feel with our bodies is created by prana, or is made of prana. And so the translation of prana is really life force or vital energy. And in yogic philosophy, we have the seasons. Everyone has the seasons, but we have the gunas as well, which represent the different seasons. And so prana manifests itself differently throughout the seasons and throughout the gunas. So the three gunas are, some people, I think you guys have all done foundation course, right? And Anu's a yoga teacher, so she'll already know this. But the gunas are, there's sattva, which is like a time of real peace and calm and purity. And there is rajas, which is a time of lots of activity and busyness. And there is tamas, a time of darkness and sleep and inertia. And we need to really embrace all three. So, you know, the darkness isn't a bad thing. The darkness in yoga, we would say the darkness of tamas actually is a season of winter. So in that darkness, when we're resting and when like everything seems dead on the outside, you know, all of the roots underneath the soil, everything is kind of renewing itself and resting. And then springtime actually is a time of sattva. I would have thought it was rajas, but it's not. It's sattva. So sattva is a time of real peace and calm and purity. And I think I do get that feeling from spring, actually, that it's not this high, like summer is rajas, that high activity time where all the bees are buzzing and, you know, everything's blooming. But spring is just that beautiful time where there's hope and you see the beginnings of hope, but yet there's still that kind of calmness. And so at the moment, we're kind of passing from that point of things being really calm and moving into the rajas of summer, of this, you know, high activity and abundance and busyness time. So again, it's a really good time to be kind of setting our intentions and thinking what will we do, what will be the things that we want to be focusing on when it comes to this high time of activity. So the Beltane festival, also I think Bel means sun, and so it's kind of worshipping the god of the sun. And in the yogic tradition, we have Soira, which means sun, and Soira is a god. in itself, and it's available to us in the masculine and the feminine form, actually. And one of the most beautiful chants that there are, really famous one, is the Gayatri Mantra, which actually is the chant to the female aspect of Zoira, of the sun, called Savitri. So I thought what we will do is we will do just a little bit of chanting. We don't normally do chanting on the women's circle, but we'll do a little bit of chanting to learn Gayatri Mantra. So I know some people already know this and some people who might be new to this. I'm going to share on the screen the words and also the translation. Okay, so are you able to see that? Yes, amazing. Okay, yeah, so Gayatri Mantra is one of the oldest and most popular mantras from the Vedic tradition, and it can be found in the Rig Veda and later in the Taittiriya Upanishad, and it honors the sun in its feminine form, and it's said to be the prerequisite for many Indian rituals, and asks the sun to dispel darkness and allow us to see clearly and have clarity and strength. And this is a really beautiful translation of the mantra here by John Grimes. So it says, let us contemplate that most excellent light of the divine Savitri, so that she may inspire our visions. So I think what we'll do is that I'll chant and you can chant along with me, and I'll use, can you see like where I'm just moving like the cursor thing? Yeah, okay, so I'll just move it along so you know which words that we're on. I won't do call and response because that's really tricky to do on Zoom. So you're all muted, no one can hear you, but do chant along with me. And if you do know it, you also can close your eyes. Okay, so just sitting comfortably. I'll do it 3 times all together. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitu Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yona Prachodayata. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitu Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yona Prachodayata. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitu Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yona Prachodayata. And then just closing the eyes for a moment. And just envisioning now at the point between the eyebrows, the warm light of the sun. And imagining this warm light of the sun beginning to fill the whole of the head, shining down the throat to the tops of the shoulders, down the arms to the hands, and from the heart all the way down the belly into the pelvis, legs and feet. So the whole body filled by this warm light of the sun. And this light bringing a sense of ease and flow and abundance. Let us contemplate that most excellent light of the divine Savitri, so that she may inspire our visions. And slowly, slowly blinking open the eyes. Okay, so that was the Gayatri mantra. And there are many, many different ways in yoga to bring more energy and bring more balance into the body. And one really, really important practice that we have in yoga is the practice of pranayama. So prana is life force, and ayama means to extend your life force. So pranayama is incredibly powerful because it works on actually our nervous system. You know, that sometimes we can meditate and really want to change our mind about things, and it can be really hard and sometimes literally impossible. But the power of pranayama is that just by breathing differently in a different way, it can actually give messages to our body. So basically, when we move our diaphragm in a different way because we're consciously breathing differently, it can change the way our diaphragm moves and responds to our body being in a state of fight or flight, to rest and digest. So actually, pranayama can change the way you feel without even needing to change your thoughts. It will just make you feel differently 100%. Yeah, because it changed the way that you're breathing. So one of the really famous pranayama practices in yoga is nadi shodhana. So I think you guys have probably done that before, right? Have you heard of nadi shodhana? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So nadis are in the body. Yeah, Emma says yes. Well, amazing. So nadis in the body are like meridians, or they're like streams that fill the body, and they're moving like all over the place. So there's like a really classical picture of the nadis, which tells us that there are 72,000 nadis in our body, and so prana flows through these nadis like rivers, basically, and that when nadis get blocked or there's something not quite right, then there is, we say, like an imbalance of energy. When nadis, actually lots of nadis cross, it creates kind of a circular action, which is actually a chakra. So we'll leave chakras like for another session, but that's what happens. It's kind of like a diversion of energy, or a whirlpool of energy. So out of these 72,000 nadis, there are said to be three nadis which are the most important. So there is Shushumna, which is the central nadi. So that's like the main river, or the highway or motorway, if you think of it as cars, which runs from the base of the spine, and it goes all the way up through the base of the spine up to the top of the head. And then there are also a right and left side. So there is Ida, which is the left side, and Pingala, which is the right side, and they do like a crisscross like this all the way along. So there's a central channel, and then there's right and left that do crisscross all the way along, and then they correspond to the right and left nostrils. So the practice of nadi shodhana works to balance the energies of the two different nostrils, which bring about two different energies. So Ida is said to be linked to the divine feminine and the moon and the subconscious, and Pingala is the divine masculine and the sun energy, and being very like conscious and active. So the practice of nadi shodhana balances those two elements of ourselves energetically. So that's kind of the ultimate goal of nadi shodhana. But if anything, if any of that doesn't work, it will help you clear your nostrils, and also you'll be able to feel that you can breathe more slowly, because you're kind of restricting the breath slightly, because we close one nostril like that and the other one. So you'll be able to feel the breath a lot more easily, and you'll be able to feel that you've got much more control over slowing it down. So it's got lots and lots of benefits. So we're going to practice nadi shodhana. So I'll show you the hand position, and I'll show you a version that you can do if you've got a blocked nose as well. So To do the hand position, there are like 3 options. So the first one is Nasagra Mudra. So you put your hands, your thumb and your your index finger and your middle finger there at the point between your eyebrows, and then you can use like your thumb and your ring finger to open and close the nostrils. And when you do that, you don't really press your nose too hard, like bring it right up the top, then you can block it a lot more easily without too much pressure. So we can do that one. Or you can do Vishnu Mudra. So you bring the 2 fingers in like that, and then you can use the thumb and the ring finger to open and close in that way. Yeah. Or like if that's really confusing for you, you can just use your thumb and your finger like this. Yeah. And the pathway of the breath is that we're going to inhale. We're going to start with the left nostril. So we'll inhale. Maybe I'll mirror you. We inhale through the left nostril, exhale through the right. We inhale through the right, exhale left. We inhale left, exhale right, inhale right, exhale left. But we don't just go one way. Yeah, so when you like inhale left, exhale right, inhale left, exhale right, that's like another breathing technique. That's a Chandra Veda. And then if you inhale right, exhale left, inhale right, exhale left, that's Surya Veda. Yeah, so it would make sense to do Surya Veda, which is the breath, like trying to get the right nostril to dominate, but it's not really a good idea to do that at this time of night because we all want to go to bed. So that's why we're going to do Nadi Shodhana. Yeah, so you shouldn't really do that one in the afternoon, evening. So that's why we're going to do Nadi Shodhana, because it's a lot more balanced. So the version to do if you do not want to, if you've got blocked nose, is that we're going to use the hands instead. So I'm going to put my hands here, but you rest them on your thighs. And then what you do is that you turn your left palm up to inhale and close, and you turn the right palm up to exhale. Then you keep the right palm up and close, and the left palm up to exhale. Inhale, left palm up, close, exhale, like that. So the palm that's up is the nostril that you breathe in, and you can just visualize the breath going in and out of the right and left nostrils rather than forcing it to. Yeah, so that's if you have a blocked nose. So does anyone have any questions before we do this practice? No, there are not really any precautions for this. It's pretty okay for everyone. So yeah, as with any pranayama practice, if you feel that it's a strain, then just ease off, or you can stop altogether, but keep your eyes closed and maybe just focus on your natural breath instead. Yeah, so never strain the breath. What I'm going to do, I'm going to talk you through the first few counts, and then I'm going to leave you to do it in your own counts. Yeah. Okay, so let's begin just by closing the eyes. And just allow the muscles of the face to relax again. Just come away from the screen, go back into your body. And before we do anything at all, just become aware of your natural breath first. So noticing the air going in through the nose and noticing the air going out. And now, in your own timing, bring your hands to your chosen position, closing off the right nostril. And we're going to inhale through the left nostril on 1, 2, 3, 4, and close. Exhale right on 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right on 1, 2, 3, 4. Close. Exhale left on 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale left on 1, 2, 3, 4. Close. Exhale right on 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right on 1, 2, 3, 4. Close. Exhale left on 1, 2, 3, 4. Now just continuing in your own timing, adjusting the counts if you need. So take your time and come to your last round. We're going to end with an exhale through the left nostril. And once you've done that, do keep your eyes closed, but just bringing the hand down to rest. Just allowing the breath to go back to normal. And then observing the effects of that practice. And slowly, slowly blinking open the eyes. Great. So that was Nadi Shodhana. So Desikachar says that when it comes to prana, he says that what we always want to feel like is that we have more prana inside of ourselves than outside of ourselves. And that when we feel that it's the other way around, there's more prana outside than inside, then that creates an imbalance. And he goes on to say, you know, one of the good ways to create more prana within ourselves is the practice of pranayama. But it's not as simple as when you do pranayama, you just breathe more prana in. That actually it's much, much more subtle than that. And again, Desikachar says that if you practice pranayama over a period of time, then when you notice that your relationships with other people around you change for the better, that's how you know that prana has shifted within your body, that something has changed within your body. So yeah, so it's much more subtle than just like breathe in more prana and then you'll feel better. It works much more subtly than that, and it takes, like, you know, consistent practice. Yeah, so, and that's a really, really easy practice, and you can do that practice like in your own time so easily. I would recommend like 3 minutes. That what you just did now was about 3 minutes long, and then just slowly building up from there. Okay then, so there's pranayama, and then the other like vital, really, really important practice in conserving your energy and also being able to put your mind to focus on things that you want to do is the practice of Yoga Nidra. Of course, so Nidra means sleep, and so it's yogic sleep, and that's what we're going to do right now. So if you would like to you can take a moment to remember your sankalpas. So people that have come before, you probably have a sankalpa that you're using. Maybe that's something you want to keep. You can use that in the place of the sankalpa that I'll be giving to you. Yeah, so change your sankalpa if you like, if you want to. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to set ourselves up. So for Yoga Nidra, the best thing to do is to be as comfortable as you possibly can be. So you can lie on the floor and definitely put something underneath your knees for your lower back. So you can put a big cushion under your knees, a bolster. You can hook your legs over the top of the sofa if you haven't got anything to put under the knees. And then make sure that you've got blankets if you're cold, and maybe a cushion underneath your head, maybe something to put over your eyes to block out the light. Could be amazing as well. Lovely. And then once you are all settled down, just beginning by closing the eyes. And a reminder that this practice of Yoga Nidra is a practice of absolute zero effort. So there is nothing to achieve. There is nothing to know or not know. There is nothing to understand or not to understand. There is nobody to please. And and that you can allow my voice to be just another sound in the background, so you don't even really need to listen to me. Just allow the whole body to slowly, slowly let go and to come into a state of easy rest and peace. So beginning now to let go of all of the muscles of the legs and feet. Let go of all of the muscles around the shoulders, the arms and hands, allowing the whole of the lower back, the middle back, the upper back to soften and widen. Allowing all of the muscles of the face to let go. So really soft forehead, soft eyes, and very, very soft jaw. Then becoming aware of the whole body as it lies on the earth herself, letting go and slowly moving into a state of deep rest and peace. And then slowly moving the inner gaze and the awareness up to the point between the eyebrows. And with the awareness there, just silently saying to the mind, abundance flows to me easily and naturally. Abundance flows to me easily and naturally. So moving the awareness down the throat and into the center of the chest to the heart center. And with the awareness at the heart, just silently saying to the body, abundance flows to me easily and naturally. Abundance flows to me easily and naturally. And now the whole body, as it lies on the earth here and now, with every breath dropping back and letting go a little more. And as the body moves into this state of deep rest, there is an inner awareness within the body that can move around the body from point to point. And this inner awareness is the warm afternoon sun, that warm orange glow just at the very end of the day as the sun goes down. And so now the awareness moves all the way down to the right hand thumb, and that warm glow of the afternoon sun arrives there. And moving to the second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and fifth finger. It moves to the palm, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, and upper arm, to the shoulder, armpit, side, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, shin, ankle, heel, and sole, to the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. And now all of those points of awareness on that side of the body merging into one. So the whole of that side of the body is now filled with the warm light of the afternoon sun. And now moving the awareness all the way along to the other thumb, all the way to the tip of the thumb, the warm light of the sun arriving there, then to the second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and fifth finger, to the palm, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, and upper arm, to the shoulder, armpit, side, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, shin, ankle, heel, and sole, to the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. And again, all of the points of awareness on that side of the body merge into one. So the whole of that side of the body is now filled with the warm light of the afternoon sun. And now moving the awareness to the back of the body, the warm light of the sun arrives at the heels and then the calves, back of the knees and the backs of the thighs, to the buttocks, lower back, middle back, and upper back, along the back of the shoulders, backs of the arms, and the backs of the hands, up along the back of the neck and into the back of the head. So now the whole of the back of the head is filled with the warm light of the afternoon sun. Then the awareness slowly moves over the crown of the head, moving over the forehead to the right eye and the left eye, and the point between the eyebrows, moving down to the nose and the tip of the nose, upper lip, lower lip, chin, and throat, to the right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, the center of the chest, the heart center, and expanding outwards along the tops of the arms, lower arms, palms of the hands, moving all the way back into the heart center and dropping down to the upper abdomen, the navel, the lower abdomen and the groin, the top of the thighs, the knees, the shins, and the tops of the feet. So now the whole of the front of the body is filled with the warm golden light of the afternoon sun. And now becoming aware of the whole right arm, the whole left arm, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, the whole of the torso and the whole of the head, and now the whole of the body. The whole of the body as a whole unit, now filled with this warm orange glow of the afternoon sun. The whole of the body kissed by the sun, kissed by Savitri herself, filled with this warm light and this warm healing energy. And now becoming aware of the whole body as it lies on the earth herself, and the body gradually beginning to feel very heavy. So the legs begin to feel heavier, the arms are heavy, the pelvis, the back, the head, all beginning to feel very, very heavy. And with that heaviness comes about a feeling of softness and of letting go, and the body drops back into the earth a little more with every moment, with every breath, and the earth herself reaching out and holding the body, and the body fully receiving that support. The whole body letting go, and the whole body being held by the earth. And now slowly a feeling of lightness comes about within the body. The legs begin to feel a little lighter, the arms lighter, the pelvis, the back, the head, all beginning to feel lighter. And with that feeling of lightness comes a sense of ease and flow and joy. The same kind of joy that comes with the summer sun. The whole body beginning to feel light, filled with light and light itself. The whole body feeling very, very light. And now let that go, and the body comes in a place where it feels settled, it feels steady, it feels perfectly and effortlessly balanced between earth and sky. And now moving the awareness to the mind's eye. And picture yourself in a beautiful garden. And as you walk in this garden, you feel your feet, your bare feet on the grass. You can feel the warmth of the earth and the crispness of the grass. You can hear the sound of birds singing all around you, a chorus of different birds. You can feel the coolness of the air brushing through your hair and on your bare skin, on your face and arms and feet. And you can feel the warmth of the sun shining down. There's a feeling of new growth and spring all around you. As you look around, you can see lots of different flowers beginning to grow. You can see buds on the bushes and on the trees. And as you continue to walk, you come across the most beautiful tree. Its roots are vast and its trunk is thick. And you look up at its branches, and its branches are filled with the most beautiful blossom, a white blossom. It's bursting with this blossom. It looks almost ridiculously full. And you can see lots of bees buzzing around, trying to get to the pollen. And you can see the branches heavy with all of the flowers of this blossom. And you just go up onto your tiptoes and take a smell. And it smells lovely, it smells fresh. It smells like summer. And so you decide to sit down under this beautiful tree and lean against its big trunk. And you look out at all of the beautiful nature around you. And you become aware of the abundance around you, the abundance of Mother Earth, the abundance of summer on its way. And this feeling of abundance and light and fullness fills the body and fills the mind completely. And you take a moment to ponder upon what you would like to nurture in your life now. What would you like to grow just as all of these beautiful plants have grown? And the answers come to you with ease. And you close your eyes, taking a deep breath in and a slow breath out, knowing that abundance is natural in the world. It's a natural part of the cycles. And you open your arms and your heart to welcome this abundance in. And now slowly becoming aware of the whole body as it lies on the ground here and now. Becoming aware again of the earth below you and its strength and its stability. Becoming aware of the vastness of the sky above and its lightness. And from a place of feeling perfectly balanced between the two, the awareness now moves back to the point between the eyebrows. And once again, with the awareness there, silently saying to the mind, abundance flows to me easily and naturally. Move the awareness down the throat and into the heart center with the awareness there. Abundance flows to me easily and naturally. And now becoming aware of the position that the body is lying in, and without moving at all, just noticing the distance between the two legs, the distance between the body and the arms. And then in the mind's eye, just picturing and remembering the room that you're lying in. And then in a very gentle way, just let the body know that this practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to an end. Slowly, slowly begin to breathe a bit more deeply. Taking a nice deep breath in and a slow breath out. And then moving the awareness all the way down to the hands and down to the feet. Slowly, slowly begin to move the fingers and to move the toes. And turning the head from side to side. And before you move any further, I would just like to share this poem with you called May. May your days be filled with laughter. May your chores complete themselves. May your mind have time to wander to sandy beach of shells. May your morning stretch be graceful. May your lunch be full of taste. May your inspiration find you. May no moment go to waste. May your lonely days be lacking. May your friendships linger strong. May your thoughts be full of wonder. May your worries all be gone. May your money flow like water. May your problems float away. May your needs be met and so much more. May you wake to sunny days. May you find the strength inside you. May you learn to look within. May you see yourself more kindly. May the journey now begin. And slowly, slowly, just turning the head from side to side and bending the knees up. And slowly rolling yourself all the way over to one side first. And in your own timing, using the hands to make your way up to sitting. And then let's just bring the hands into the heart center and closing the eyes. And then let's chant Om together a single time. So taking a deep breath in. Om. Then bringing the hands up to the point between the eyebrows. And then back into your heart center. And slowly blinking the eyes open. Well done. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a lovely rest of the evening.
Thank you, Helen. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.